Hello, everyone. We'll just take a few moments before everyone joins. Uh, Hope you're having a great day. We'll just start quickly in like 2 minutes, 2 more minutes. We have a few attendees here. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Just let me know in the chat if my audio is clear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the confirmation. Okay, we'll start. So we'll start very soon, like in like 1 more minute. I'm just waiting for the team member as well to join the meeting and moderate this so that, like, when other people are joining, they can be allowed to enter the room. We have 11 attendees. Thank you so much for joining. Hi Johnson. Hi Marcelo. Hey Max. Hi Paul. Hello Perry. Hey Prashant. Hi Rene. Hi Shival. Hey Swapnil. Hey Tom. Thank you so much for joining. I hope I'll keep this short and still, like, I want to keep it interesting for all of you guys. Uh, and we'll, as soon as a few more people and team members are here, we'll just dive straight into no presentations or anything. Uh, we'll dive straight into, like, how to start utilizing custom formats and how you can, like, do more with custom formats. So yeah, that's something we will work on. Okay, just a second. My team member is asking for permission. Okay, Ayush is here. Hey Ayush. Uh, Okay. Uh, Maybe it's. Hi, Renes. Thanks for the suggestion. I think it's not the mic, but the room. Is it very echoey? Maybe it's a Saturday. I'm sitting alone in the office. That's why there's no one in this room actually. Sure. Thanks for confirming, Prashant. Uh, hey, Priyatam. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. We have people joining from all over the world. So yes, I won't be very specific on time. By the way, our new T-shirts or our new merch for Speech to Note arrived just today, right before this webinar, and this is how it looks. Let's get you a note. Just let me know like how that looks. We were working on the messaging, and we got this arrived. We will be sort of changing this similar messaging on the website as well. So yeah, okay. We have we have good number of people. By the way, like this is my first webinar ever, so quite quite nervous and quite excited at the same time. What do you call this situation? I'm not sure, but yes, I'm both uh, at the same time. Thank you so much, Remy. Thank you so much. But yeah, at any given point of time, I'm deviating a lot. Feel free to bother me, and I'll be listening to all of your feedback. I think, yeah, with that, we can get started very soon. Okay, Pooja is here. Uh, Let me see if I can mark someone as. Okay, I've made. Okay, cool. So I guess we can get started. Uh, yes, Prashant, yes, I'll start focusing on the topic. Thank you so much. So yeah, we have 20 people on the call. First of all, thank you so much again for joining the call and joining this webinar. We'll dive straight into like how you can do or how you can create custom formats for your use cases. What I will do is I'll start sharing my screen and I'll straight share into like what I have been doing, what kind of workflows I have been establishing to create uh, to the point custom formats for myself. So uh, obviously I utilize ChatGPT or like uh, I utilize Claude whenever needed. But most of the times, since we are using GPT under the hood uh, in most of the cases, so we get similar kind of outputs, and most of the things can be get done within the ecosystem of speech note itself. So let me give you this one example. So I was trying to create a custom format for contracts. So like as an agency owner, so I also run an agency called as Team Co-Design. So as an agency owner, this was actually one of the initial motivators or drivers in the initial days, like why we ended up building Speech Note. So I create a lot of contracts. We don't have that predefined format for contracts on Speech to Note yet. We will be making it available very soon. But let me show a very quick example of how you can go about creating uh, a, a custom node format. So I'll be taking a contract example in this case, which I've already done uh, before this call. But on the call, we can take any other example. You can, in the meantime, while I'm showing you this example of how I have built a contract, we can take any other example of your choice. So feel free to pop in your suggestions for what you would like to have a custom format for. And right after this initial exploration of what I have done for uh, contracts, we can take any of your topics, any one of your topics, and start and try to create like some sort of a custom format using that, right? So like you can always go ahead and start recording transcripts at any given point of time using speech to note. By the way, one simple hack for a lot of you folks who are trying to utilize speech to note as a meeting tool as well. So although like our Chrome extension is not out yet, uh, but one simple hack is like you can take meetings from a different browser like Edge. So my primary browser is Edge, and you can use or you can install the PWA on your laptop uh, of speech to note using Chrome, and it works absolutely fine. It records everything from the meetings. So that's what I do. So let's take an example of how uh, like how I ended up creating a contract. So first of all, like you like any basis of like creating any sort of custom format, you need to have one prompt generator or one format generator based on whatever is being supplied to the based on like whatever the transcript is supplied uh, to the engine or to the AI engine. It it sort of converts your raw thoughts into a prompt or into a format uh, that can be very well understood uh, like by GPT itself, right? So for that, I ended up creating like a simple like what you can do is you can just take a simple request, which you can say like understand the request in the transcript and generate a prompt for GPT uh, using data provided in transcript under 1,000 characters. So we have this limit of 1,000 characters. I'll come to why of this because as per the initial research done like by a lot of uh, prompt engineers, we came to an understanding that uh, long prompts they do work, but if you are keeping it efficient for if you're keeping the prompts efficient and small and efficient for the AI model to understand, it anyways gives you like, better results. But this is not an excuse for increasing the amount of characters that you can use in that custom prompt generator. We will be increasing the amount of characters in the future as well. But yeah, the journey starts with this, and what I did is using this particular transcript itself. I didn't have to do anything extra. So I went ahead and created a simple custom format, which is called as custom format generator, right? Which does nothing. It what it will do, like no matter in future, uh, uh, whatever thoughts I have, and I want to create a custom format that for those kind of workflows, all I need to do is run this format for that new kind of a request, and it will generate format for me. So I'll show you a very quick example for this, like how I did this for creating a contract. So since this is already in place, uh, just in case, just a second. Okay. So yeah, since sound is not clear, is it better now, Alicia? Let me know if. Okay, thanks, Damon. I will try to maybe speak a little slow. I probably am speaking a little faster. Apologies for that. So yeah, the fundamental is to have some sort of like custom format generator, which is nothing but since we are utilizing GPT as of now, but we do have plans to integrate other models. But for the time being, what you can say in this custom format that you can understand this request in the transcript and generate a prompt for GPT using the data provided in the transcript under 1,000 characters. So this is essential because we have this 1,000 characters limit as of now, which we will be increasing uh, buy slight margins in the coming future. But if this is clear, uh, so my step two was to uh, create this contact for uh, like, a custom format for a contact template, right? So what I did, I'll show you the result. I'll show you the result later on. But let's say that I wanted to create a contact template, uh, uh, but I didn't had like an excellent idea of how to sort of go ahead with creating contact. So first, I just what I did is, let me go back. Apologies for this. So I told basically uh, speech to note itself. Like I created a new note, and I started saying these things. So I just told speech to note to. So I want to make a template for a contact, which will help me as a freelancer to create contact templates for my client, which will recognize the service that I'm providing to my clients, uh, which can be in areas like UX, marketing, or website development, or product. Then I need proper bifurcations in the contract, which will cover topics like timelines, milestones, pricing, or the overall budget, uh, the basic terms and conditions based on what the content of the transcript is, and then also covering the legal agreement part of it as well. So yeah, I need a contract template for my services part. This was very raw. I just requested GPT or requested STM to come up with a transcript, and then I had created this custom format generator, uh, which I which was nothing but a simple line to convert this particular text or this particular transcript into uh, a custom note format, and this is what it gave me. So this says create a detailed contact template for use as a freelancer freelancer offering services like UX design, marketing, website development, and product development. The contract should include sections for service description, timelines, milestones, pricing, overall budget, basic terms, and terms and condition, and specific to each service and legal agreement. So basically, it uh, took my raw thoughts and standardized it in a very simple language, and what that's what was needed in my case. So what I did, I took this particular bit of text for uh, I thought this is good enough. So I took this text, I went back to the settings area. Uh, I came to the custom formats and I created something called as contact plus plus. So what it had was exactly what we read earlier. I just pasted that as format instruction, added a name for it, added a small description for it, and I saved it. And I had a new uh, custom format for building contracts, right? So uh, this is how the workflow was. Like number one was creating this custom prompt generator, which was nothing but a simple line. Number two was understanding my use case and blabbering all my thoughts, for what I need a new custom format for, and running it with this first custom format that I have built, which is nothing but a simple custom format generator, right? Now, it was time to use this and see, put this into action. These are uh, this is completely raw data, like raw data, what I was trying to do. So here, I assumed that I have a client called David, uh, and I was saying, as per our discussion, I would like to start working for your application, and we can work on a UX retainer package based on your requirements. It will we will work on a combination of one strategist and one interaction designer. Uh, a lot of details. So I mentioned the costs. I said things like, we will keep a minimum level of engagement for at least 3 months. Uh, and then I said, if you want additional services like another product developer or a marketing team, I mentioned the costs for those things as well. Now with this transcript, I used this contract plus plus, which I recently saved, and I generated it. This is This is the first time generation. I have not edited anything in this draft at all. So it gave me this really nice written contract out of it, which was very helpful. So if you look at the details, it nicely drafted the contract with parties involved. So it is mentioning the client. It has given me the placeholders to write the last name of the client, to write the company name, the company address, the email, which should be part of the contract. So the underlying GPT is smart enough to understand these nuances based on the request that we are making in the custom format. And then it is giving me all the sections. So uh, since my custom format mentioned uh, to be this as a freelancer, so it is giving me like as a freelancer. If you want to create an agency template, all you need to do is uh, flip this around, flip the context around, and generate another custom format for yourself. So yeah, it has given me an introduction section. It has properly sort of left the placeholders for day and dates. It has given me the retainer package. It has given me the product development package, and it has given me the marketing team package as well. Then it has also given me certain timelines, right? So but like since I didn't mention specifically about timelines in the project itself, so it is mentioning like uh, it has given some placeholder values for us based on whatever was mentioned in the node format. Then the pricing came out perfectly, uh, and since it understood the minimum level of engagement for 3 months, so it perfectly calculated the minimum budget and gave it as the pricing. Uh, it understood that basic invoicing terms and payment terms and gave certain values to start off with, and which you can obviously change as per your requirements, right? So a very well written contract came into place. If you look at terms and conditions, those are also in place with respect to each of the services, which you can obviously look uh, and add more to it based on your requirements, right? And things like confidentiality, termination, dispute resolution, governing law, everything came in with proper placeholders as well. So this is what and the overall time it took for me to uh, to building from building a prompt generator to eventually generating this contract for a client was somewhere around 10 to 15 minutes max, because I was setting up a few things as well. But yeah, this was super easy and to the point uh, uh, for me, obviously, from a freelancer's perspective. But yeah, if you have any questions, uh, please feel free to ask me. I can sort of look into the chat as well. How many custom formats for Pro Plus members? So you can currently, as of now, you can have 50, uh, 50 custom formats. You can add up to 50 custom formats. But we have plans of extending this as well. But as of now, it is up to 50 for sure. But any questions with the overall flow or anything that you have not understood, please feel free to ask. We can. Okay, how do we refer to the raw transcription in the prompt? Just by mentioning the use transcription text, or how can we add things like uh, current date? Uh, uh, so yes, you can just mention transcription because we heavily sort of rely on that word, and since we are using the transcript as you can call it transcript or transcription or whatever the meaning of transcription is in your language, and it will do a very good job in understanding in in taking that raw transcript and utilizing it for your use cases, right? I hope that makes sense. So last name, company name variables should be filled by STN uh, automatically. It completely depends on the kind of raw data you are passing. So for example, here I mentioned name of the client, David, uh, but I didn't mention his last name. So let's test this out, right? We can test this out live. let's say that we have uh, Prashant, right? Let's say we are trying to build a freelancer contract using that same custom format for Prashant, and say the company name is Acme, right? So let me see if I can do this right away. So I'll just select the proper microphone. Uh, let's do it, right? So hey Prashant Chaudhary, uh, you are from Acme Limited, based in Singapore. So we would like to offer you UX design services uh, for your website and your overall product, and we could do this for like $2,500 a month. Uh, like this will involve an interaction designer and a UX strategist who will work with you on a continuous basis. Uh, my name is Abhishek Kumar Datta, and I'm located in India. Uh, let's talk about your work in detail. The milestones, we cannot define the milestones straight away because it's a retention kind of a package, but we will sort of get to know about it once we start discussing in the discovery phases. Uh, yeah, that's it. Right. So let's take this as an example. Sorry, uh, uh, I was doing this on the fly. So for example, like I took a Prashant Chaudhary, right, and it took Acme Limited, right. Now, if I do and go ahead and create contract plus plus, right. Let's wait for it. Okay. So here, in this space, it generated a contract again. Uh, oh, that's interesting. Like the client's name didn't came up. Must be some gap, but yeah, this happens since the overall uh, uh, probably my overall requirements that I gave in the transcript were not aligning, but it took some of the things, but it added a lot of things which were part of my prompt, but they were not which were part of my prompt in that custom node format, but I really didn't gave any material for it to utilize. And for those, it just created certain placeholders like marketing services, web development services. I really didn't describe. So I need to make sure that no matter what custom format I'm sort of building, uh, probably I need to supply a very similar kind of content to it as well in order to make sure that the content is something that I intended for and it is not uh, just made up content that is coming from AI, right? So now if you don't do this, it will just try to uh, fill the placeholders based on the request that is made in the custom node format ideas itself. And if it doesn't find the data, relevant data in the transcript itself, it will try to just fill in those gaps. Maybe but sometimes if you're not getting, say, like the desired output, what you can do is add format and just try it one more time. Like uh, there can be certain changes or variables in the second attempt itself, but uh, like feel free to try a given format multiple times as well. So this is also applicable for pre-built formats that we have in our thing. So for example, here in the second attempt, in the first attempt, it didn't mention the name of the client, but in the second attempt, as you can see, it mentioned the name of the client and it mentioned the contact, pretty nicely, right? But still, it is assuming a lot of data for marketing and website development and product development. Although I didn't talk about it, uh, but yeah, these things came in because these were part of the custom node format that I built. So yeah, so we need to make sure that we are very specific about the data that is being passed in the node format and the data that is being passed in the transcription. Uh, sorry, I'm coming coming back to the chat window again. So can you try to prepare a prompt for an extensive detailed meeting memo, which is not a minutes, that retains high level of detail. Number two, what about if there is more than one person in a recording? So yes, if there are more than one person in a particular recording, uh, it tries to sort of, uh, if the names have been taken, it tries to draw the names out. If the names haven't been taken, it will just give you a simple summary. We'll have to try it out and see how things work. Uh, but Alicia, let's see. Like, if I can give that a try right now, let's try to build something on the fly, right? Prashant, so we create variables just by putting uh, in the square brackets. So these are not exactly variables, but you are just, these are placeholders given to you by uh, AI, and you can just start filling those placeholders. Yes, exactly. Uh, Perry, is the best practice to always start with simple, clear format, then change the format after you have completed your speech to note? Uh, to be honest, every time it will start, it will always refer to the main transcript, Perry. So there is no best practice in terms of what format you should or in what sequence you should use the format. One thing, the AI is not consistent with its responses. It will always give you something different every single time you are, even if you are running the same request, right? There will be certain amount of variations, and that's a good nature of AI in general. The output of simple clear might be similar in most of the times. But say, like, if you're trying to create a social media post, or if you're trying to create an email, give it multiple attempts, because at the end of the day, we are utilizing speech to note for creating that first draft, and you can leverage AI for creating multiple variations. So, for example, just like for this example, I used this contract plus custom format a couple of times. Feel free to use a particular template multiple times as well. There is no limit on how many times you can uh, use the same format again and again for a given note. So feel free to make sure that you are utilizing multiple attempts and maybe getting that first draft very much to your liking. And there's no sequence, so you can use anything as per your liking. Alicia, you're asking how to reprocess a recording, changing in the settings the original language which was used to generate the recording. If you remember, Turkish language was added recently. Okay, so some notes lack of precision, probably because speech to note was doing miracles, trying to create proper notes without having the right match of the recording language. Okay, so I need to probably reprocess some of the notes to get better outcome. So one thing what we have understood is if you just no matter what language you are speaking, you can always go ahead and set your language, you set your transcript language to that one language of your choice. So what this does, uh, it disappoints a few people who want transcript to contain both the languages. So for example, while talking, if I'm using both Hindi and English, some people expect that we should have that kind of a feature. So we are working on it, but one of the major reasons we don't have it is it just uh, the quality of the output or the quality of the transcriptions are not that great, and for a note taking software which relies heavily on transcripts for further content generation, it's important that quality of the transcript should be top notch. So if we just inform the AI model to, no matter what language is being spoken, just give me the result or the return back in whatever language I have selected intentionally. The accuracy of the transcripts is much higher, which results into accuracy of your note formats also on the higher side. I hope this answers your question, Alicia. but I think if not, let me know if I didn't answer your question properly. Can we get the sample formats to begin with? Can you please share this format? Yes, I will share this format, Prashant. I have a lot of formats with respect to contract, custom formats. I'm ready to give them away. Actually, we also have a Telegram community. If you are using Telegram, uh, there is a dedicated section. I will like. Uh, in fact, Prashant, you are on the Telegram community. So there, and you know about there's a dedicated section for uh, uh, like share your custom formats. So I'll share my custom format in the Telegram community as well. Uh, Priyatam ji, you're saying like an excellent transcription for most of the medical words. Can we train app for pronunciation for repeatedly mistaken words for Indian accent? So we tried this. We have taken this as a feedback as of now. I would I will take this and put this on our backlog, which we are running for building our future roadmaps. Priyatam ji, I think we will be able to take this soon. Take this request soon. But yeah, thanks for this feedback. Makes sense. Would mind sharing one of internal prompts? I like the way you achieve formatting and sense of humor, lightness you achieved, right? Like in casual humor. So the internal prompts, I cannot promise as of now, but I'll definitely try to give you access of certain formats in the coming few days for sure. Very saying thanks. Prashant is saying uh, yes, please to Rene's request. Alyssa is saying sort of how do I reprocess the notes originally recorded in Turkish before Turkish was added? Okay, so yeah, so uh, what you can do is say like go to a particular. I probably understood. So let's say you can go back to a particular node. You can just come to the transcript section, and here just change the language from English to say like Turkish. And and if the transcription was in English, it will sort of regenerate that into Turkish. Uh, if you can translate this for me in Turkish, Alicia, I think it is doing an okay job. Let me know. You can just go to your previous notes, go to the transcript section, and uh, change the language of that transcript from English to Turkish. I hope that helps. Okay, got it. Okay, awesome. Anything else on this one? Okay, so yeah, let's probably let me see if I can bring it back to English. It will change a few things because now it will. Okay, awesome. So we have something. We can remove this part and we can remove this part. Okay, awesome. Uh, okay, so I'll see changes. So there was one request from Alicia for taking a high level of details from meeting. Uh, so I think high level of details can have a lot of meaning. For that, you can always use a simple summary to summarize, say like a long meeting. Uh, but how I look at it, like any meeting can run with particular context. So say like if your meeting was about uh, like you're mostly into sales meetings, right? And you want to monitor something with respect to sales. So I would any particular parameters, Alicia, like on that, which we should utilize or use for creation of this custom format. Sorry, I'm asking this question as well. If not, we can definitely take this offline, and I can help you with creating one custom format, and maybe share the process of that via a separate video, just to respect everyone's time as well on, on this webinar. Uh, but yeah, just trying to understand. Yeah, sure. Then sure, Alicia. Like, let's connect for this. We have probably connected via website chat as well. I do have your email, so let's connect on that front and let's try to figure out like how we can make this one custom format for you. Uh, but yeah, any questions on the custom format generation so far? Uh, what is the Telegram channel? Okay, so you can just fun part. It was always here. You can just go back to dashboard and scroll down. You will find the link to join the community, right? So uh, here, Telegram is very simple to WhatsApp, Alicia. So you can just join the community on Telegram, and it's a very active community. Thanks to all of the folks who are from community, uh, who keep giving us a lot of feedback and uh, held us like keep holding us accountable to make sure that we are delivering good number of features in good amount of time. So thank you so much to everyone who are from the community, but thank you so much to everyone who have been using our tool and giving us proper feedback and uh, helping us pivot in the right direction. Uh, I meant recording notes made with WhatsApp. Okay, so I'm not sure about the exact workflow, but if you have the opportunity to save them, save them uh, in your say like iPhone or in your Android phone as an audio file, then it's possible. But I'm not sure about the exact workflow, like how to take it. So, for example, in Telegram, I do have the option to convert or save the audio notes on my desktop as an audio file, and then I just upload it back to speech to note to get a transcription out of it. I hope that makes sense. It's a little longer process. I think we can work on uh, making that experience a little better once our native application is live, like once our iOS app or an Android application is live. An update on that, like we are still working. We are cutting down on a lot of things. Uh, okay, but the format was not recognized. Uh, like uh, okay, format was not recognized. Uh, can you let me know, what the file format was exactly? If or maybe I can help you. I can go with that process on my phone. Are you doing this on iOS or on Android, Alicia? If I may ask. Uh, Maybe I'll try to create a workflow for that. But yes, Android. Okay, I'll try to sort of see like why the format of that file is not being recognized. Maybe I'll look into it myself. Uh, I've not tried this workflow for speaking on WhatsApp and then uh, uploading it on speech note somehow. But let me see how what can be a workaround for this, and I'll try to. That's a good point for sharing as a piece of content to rest of the people who are using uh, this. Damien, yes, we will. So I am using this software for the very first time sessions. Uh, if if everything works well, we will put the recording live on YouTube as well. Uh, where can we get the STN T-shirt? So, uh, yeah, thank you so much, Damien, for joining. Uh, we got this T-shirt delivered today, so you will maybe we can think of doing a community collab, uh, starting from here in India, and then we can ship some T-shirts out. I'll have to look into the supply chain of it, but we can definitely work on that part if the demand is high from community members. Like this is fresh out of the box, and I am wearing this for the very first time. So I guess I think yeah, that's all I wanted to cover about custom format generation and uh, like how you can build custom formats for your use cases. We'll put this live on YouTube as well. What we'll do is make a short, uh, small video of this and put this live on other channels as well, so that you don't have to go through this entire webinar. But yes, hopefully it will be a great resource for you to create your own custom formats. And yes, we will share all of the formats that we have built on this call with each one of you over the email or over the community as well. Thank you so much again for joining this call on a Saturday weekend. It must have been uh, uh, you might have been having plans, but yeah, thank you so much for recording on a or sort of coming on a such short notice. Paul, good job on the app. Are there keyboard shortcuts available for triggering the record button on PC? Not yet, but Paul, that's a great idea. Feedback taken. Since I am also very very much a keyboard freak, uh, we can definitely keyboard accessibility. So we are working on making the application keyboard accessible. I want to make sure. So there has been a good amount of demands from certain disabled people as well, and they want to use this. You want to use the application a lot more. So yes, this would be a great feature for them as well, Paul. So thank you so much for adding this in, and we will try to. I'll add this. This feedback is such a great one that I add this to the roadmap pretty quickly. Thank you so much for adding that. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining. Any chance of adding UK English? We have tried, but I guess there is some sort of uh, uh, we are not getting it quite flexible. Like the model is quite not quite flexible in giving us those options. Let me see uh, if we are getting those options. I'll try to get that on an immediate basis. Thank you so much, Perry. Thank you so much, Alicia. Uh, thank you so much, Paul. Thanks, Rene. Uh, thank you, Prashant. Thank you so much, guys, for joining for this first webinar. Hopefully, we'll do more of such webinars. Priyatamji, can we have voice commands? Oh, awesome! We can once our app is live, probably we can do some integrations with Siri and Google Assistant to make it very much voice enabled. Uh, would be great to see some custom format ideas. Max, we do have our Telegram community. Do join that Telegram community. People drop in some amazing custom format ideas in the section. So let me share my screen of the Telegram community as well. So this is our okay. So this is our Telegram community, and this is where everyone sort of drops in their ideas for what kind of custom formats they have been working on, and there are some great ones, and all of these are under 1,000 characters. So please join the Telegram community. You will get access to everything that has been shared by each of the community members. If you don't, so the plan is to eventually make a public repository of all of these uh, node formats in a web version as well, somehow, which is integrated with the tool itself. But for now, we are doing a lot of fun in the community itself. But in future, we will release them in some sort of way which gives all of these creators a credit for their work, and it will also be live in the web version in some way or the other. But yeah, feel free to do join our Telegram community. It's the place where we get all the feedback. We provide all the support. We do all the announcements here first, uh, and yeah, we also do a lot of chit chatting in the general section. So yes, please feel free to join this one as well. Thank you so much, Peter. I hope you guys will have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for joining us on a weekend evening or a weekend morning. Hope you have a great time ahead. We'll try to do more of such webinars in future. Feel free to write us your feedback at any given point of time. We are more than happy to listen to all of your thoughts and all of your ideas, um, and keep building it with you. So yeah, thank you so much again for joining us. Uh, See you in the next one very soon. Bye bye.